Welcome to Peden Stadium, Athens, Ohio, home to the Bobcats, and fans have been pouring into the gates, and they are ready for this clash to get started. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a team from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Mountaineers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Ohio Bobcats offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. To the air. It's Navarro. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So West Virginia's offense will go to work for the first time today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Navarro. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll run the screen. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. His drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. You can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Bobcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Jordan. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Bobcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
West Virginia, 0.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. He'll do it himself. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires on the run. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, he'll throw it. Working that wide receiver screen.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quickly complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Back to pass. It's Navarro. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Fox. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Fired in there, but incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's White. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bring in the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. The short hands, it's Jordan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 35. The stiff arm, and now he's got room. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Ohio! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final touch, courtesy of that 76-yard sprint to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here's the handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Athens, Ohio, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our men at Peden Stadium.
And the Bobcats will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some. Turning it on. He's at the 40, the 20, the inside, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. New Mexico State is ahead of this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Tulsa. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Got a man. It's Jordan. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bobcats are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Harris.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Punt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for room, it's White. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finding open areas. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the 1st down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Finds his man, it's Singleton. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Gives it on the option. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've come to the end of the period. Ohio has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. To throw, it's Navarro. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Gallagher. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense in hurry-up mode. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking to throw on 3rd. Gets rid of it. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Navarro. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. On the run, it's White. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. Off play action on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. There he goes. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. To the ground to try to move the chains. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Line getting set on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
To the ground with the back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Wood took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring it.
Touchdown, West Virginia. They jump on top here in OT.
West Virginia.
Yeah, no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score West Virginia 24, Ohio 17.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Bears the pressure. Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Third down coming up.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Fourth down to keep their chances alive in overtime. Trying to do it on the ground. Makes his man miss. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Ohio! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And he makes the extra point. Now, first down here in the second overtime. The RPO fired complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Navarro. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. And this one splits the uprights. And now they take the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Barnes. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They've got a little work in front of them here on third down if they want to keep this drive alive and try to win it with a touchdown. They'll leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. No problem at all as he knocks it through and we'll go to another overtime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. They'll try to run it in. They're stopped on the two-point try, and we are still tied.
Remains tied.
After the stop, now a two-point try to win the game. He'll ride his man on the option. That's it. That's the ball game. The two-point try is a winner in OT. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David